Hi there, my name is Sam Russell and I'm from Warwickshire in the Midlands. I'm a fitness instructor and personal trainer, and in today's session I'm going to take you through an uplifting and energising stretch that will make you feel good and set you up for the rest of your day. So let's begin. Bring your feet just apart like so and roll your shoulders up, back and down. Simple shoulder rolls. So think about them coming up to the ears and down the back of the back. Taking a big breath in and breathing out to lower. Now we don't have to force any of these exercises today, so just do what feels good in your body, okay? Alright, let's reverse it. Come forward. And like me, you might like to lift your elbows just to get a little bit of better leverage. Now this motion is stimulating the joint to produce what's called synovial fluid, and that's kind of like an oil that keeps it lubricated and mobile. So it's so good to do these mobilization exercises. Great. Now from here, you're going to twist to the side, lifting up the heel. This allows the knee to release and the hip to turn. This is a gentle twist for your spine. Do not force this one or do it with any kind of impulse. And as the spine starts to relax and open, you might find that you can go a little further. You might take your arms out, reaching to the diagonal corner. That just helps you to go a little bit further in your twist. Now, similar kind of exercise here. Just take the arm up. So we're going to now open up the side of the body. You should feel this right from fingertips down to your waistline. And we start to add a little bend in the middle, look. This is going to help us to lift our heart rate. The blood will start to flow a little more quickly, and you might find that you get a little bit warmer. You don't have to do massive squats. It's just to engage the thighs, to get the knees moving. You can go a little bit deeper if you want to and if you feel ready. Like a baby squat in the middle. You might notice your breathing rate has elevated. Maybe start to a few little droplets of sweat starting to prickle at the forehead. So let's stay with the squat. Bring your hands to your hips and just sit the hips back. If you look on the angle, my hips don't go any lower than my knees. And the other important thing is that your knees line up with your middle toes. So if they're coming in, that's not good for the knee ligaments. Sit the hips back. And then keep your chest lifted so that you're not collapsing in the squat. Oh, definitely getting warmer now. So now you'll find that your heart rate is going up even higher, and maybe you start to feel a bit breathless or a little bit breathy, you might call it. So let's have 5 more. This is great for stimulating the joint, the hip, the knee and the ankle. Well done. Okay, so let's work the hips a little bit more for mobilization. Circle the knee out. Now a bit of balance is required here, so if you feel a little bit wobbly, come onto a floor, a hard floor. Maybe take your arms out wider, and if you're near a wall, then just pop your hand up on the wall. This isn't a balance competition. We just want to get these hips moving. So many of us have the jobs where we're sat down all day, like office workers and truck drivers. These hips get really tight and you feel like you just can't move them very far. Let's try a harder one where you come in. It feels a little bit weird, this one. Definitely a good balance test. Bring it in, that's it. Doesn't have to go high. It probably looks quite high on me, that's just the angle of the camera. That's how Chuck Norris used to film all his movies, from down looking up, because it made his legs look really high. Trivia. All right, last one, good. Step your feet out a little bit wider. Now we're going to take a lunge to the side. Again, the knees in line with the middle toe. You're going to feel the stretch in the inside of the thigh. Keep the chest up. Switch sides. Definitely feeling that in your thigh, right? Sit side to side. And there's a great stretch right down the outside edge of the calf as well. Any cyclists or runners, you might notice that one. Let's go a little bit faster with rhythm. So again, keeping that heart moving, keeping the blood pumping. When the muscles are a bit warmer, they're a little bit easier to stretch. A bit like blue tack. You know how you have to massage blue tack? And then it gets really stretchy and sticky. From here then, stand up straight, flex your fingers up. Come two to the side, two to the opposite side. Now, flexing our palms this way helps us to stretch through the forearm, which is an area we don't often stretch. And if you use pens or mouses all day long, they can get very tight. So we've got multitasking stretching going on with this one. Forearms, hips, inner thighs. Let's have two more, one each way. One that way, and one this way. Good stuff. Keeping your feet with that big step, turn to face the side. Bend the front knee. Now you should feel a stretch to the front of the hip in this high lunge. If you're a little more flexible and want more, then simply take your hand to the floor, drop the hips, keep your front knee over the ankle, and the back leg really straight. Then you'll feel it for sure. Hold for 5 seconds longer. Oh, it flew in my ear. Bring your opposite hand to your thigh if you're high, and then take a twist to the back. If you're in the low one, similar thing, arm high, twist back. Then bring your hand either to the floor or your thigh and step the back foot in a little ways. Hamstring stretch. So you might have your hands up on your leg like this, and you try and straighten the front leg. For most of us, we're going to keep the knee bent because it's just too deep a stretch. However, for the flexible people watching, pop your fingers to the floor, keep your back straight, and then reach your chest down towards your thighs. It's such a deep stretch for the back of the thigh and the calf muscle. From here now, bend the front knee and come back up. Take a wide squat position, bend your knees and elbows come onto your thighs. Now press your knees out wide. From here, you're going to reach up high and twist. This stretch you'll probably feel in your low back. You might feel it around the edge of the hip and the inner thighs as well. Change sides, hand down, reach up. I think this is my current favourite stretch. Love this stretch. Come on down. Turn to the other side. We'll take the lunge first. So find your position if you're up here or if you're down here. Feel it in the front of the hip flexors. And then twist. So towards your front leg. Bringing the hand down, step your back foot in a touch and find your preferred hamstring stretch. If you're here, again the spine can be straight. The more you round the back, the more the stretch goes into the back. So we want to keep the back straight, maybe the front leg straight. Fabulous. From there, you're going to elegantly find a place on the ground. Take a seat. If it feels good, cross your legs. If it doesn't feel so good on your knees, take your legs out, straight head in front of you. The important thing here is to sit up really tall. Bring the back of your hand to your knee. Sit up high, lifting the chest, and look back over your shoulder. This is called seated twist, and it's lengthening the muscles that run up this side of the spine. It's kind of like wringing it out like a tea towel. Then face the front, other way. Remember to lift first so we create space between the vertebrae. And gently return to the front. Keeping that nice tall spine, lift the arm up high. Other hand will support you and gently side bend. Now here, we're not aiming to go all the way. We're aiming to feel the stretch in this area here, just under the armpit and rib cage. Try pushing your rib cage so it's directly over the hip and see how that changes the stretch for you. And then drop the shoulder and roll it back. And you can feel the sun on your face. From there, sit up, bring the same arm across, take hold of your forearm or your upper arm, not the elbow, and draw it across the body. You're going to feel it right the way through the deltoids here, the shoulder. And if you want a little bit more, look towards your shoulder. Bring the same hand and place it to the back of your neck. You can push the elbow up like so, or you can take it from here and pull back. Tricep stretch. Now lift your chin off your chest and sit up as high as you can. Wonderful. Release. Let's go the opposite way. So side bend first, up and gently over. Shoulder down. And then send a big breath into the side of your ribs and notice how that stretches the skin a fraction more. Back to center, hand across the body. Take your choice of hand position. Maybe looking to the side. And release. Hands to the back of the neck, tricep stretch. So remember, you can just hold it here or here. Chin up. And release. Bringing the hands together, or you can lace your fingers if that feels okay. As you push the hand forward, let me turn on the angle so you can see. You're going to draw the belly in and round your back. Head looks down. This is a great shoulder stretch because it really pulls the shoulder blades apart. And you'll probably feel it in your upper back too. Sitting up tall, bring your hands either to the small of your back or you can lace them. Take a breath in, lift the chest, lift your chin. And this one you're going to feel right the way across here, the chest area. So this stretch and the last one are great for those of you that sit at computers all day, because the position we're sat in is this, right? So you need to open that out. I recommend doing this maybe once every hour. It's really good to maintain your body's health and your posture that way. Okay, to wrap up, drop your ear to your shoulder gently. Oh, I thought something was on me. There we go. And you feel a good stretch right down this long neck muscle here. We hold so much tension in this area of our body. It's good to release it gently. And for those of you that want to take it to the next level, turn your nose to your shoulder. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Now to get out of this one, use your hand to push your head back up. We really don't want to cause the neck to do any heavy lifting after that. Other side, ear to shoulder, relax shoulders. Let your head be heavy. And if you want it, turn your nose to shoulder. And use your hand, push your head back up. Brilliant. You guys keep moving, stay safe, make the most of this lockdown period to experiment with new fitness ideas that you currently or you don't normally have the chance to try. I hope to see you on the other side. Take care.